This was one of those discoveries that seemed least expected, yet most hoped for. A group of metal detectorists unearthed a nearly 1,000-year-old treasure in central western Poland. The members of the Denar Kalisz Association of history seekers were actually searching for something completely different. Just a week earlier, they had discovered a cemetery with several burials dating from the 3rd to the 4th centuries AD, belonging to the Przeworsk culture. And so they were now looking for a settlement associated with the gravesite. Suddenly, one of the detectors gave a strong signal. Whatever it had detected wasn't buried very deep. They began to dig. Carefully, layer by layer, they removed the soil. What slowly emerged was a clay pot, remarkably almost completely intact. They immediately informed archaeologists and the local museum in Kalisz of the find. Of course, such a vessel shouldn't trigger a detector. There had to be metal hidden inside. Once the team unearthed the pot, they slowly extracted it and wrapped it in bandages to protect it from damage. The vessel was heavy, and the dirt obscured its contents. Yet scattered in the pit were several coins, raising hopes that many more lay hidden within the pot. Curiously, the pit also contained pieces of charcoal, sparking speculation that the treasure was buried during a fire. Another theory suggests that whoever hid the hoard may have lit a bonfire on the spot to disguise signs of digging. The pot was transported to a museum in nearby Kalisz, where it is now undergoing conservation and its contents are being carefully extracted. So far, about 200 objects have been recovered. What makes this discovery truly remarkable is the variety of the deposit. It includes coins from various parts of Europe, as well as pieces of jewelry. The majority of the coins are cross denari, minted in Saxony and mainly used in trade with Slavic countries from the late 10th century to the third quarter of the 11th century. There were also other German coins, and even coins of Harold Harefoot, king of the English in the late 1030s. These coins allow for a preliminary dating of the deposit to the 11th or 12th centuries, a turbulent period in the history of early Poland. In the 1030s, the kingdom fell into chaos. It was invaded by the Duke of Bohemia, Bretislav I, who sacked the then Polish capital Gniezno and captured the Silesia and the Lesser Poland regions. At the same time, a popular uprising known as the Pagan reaction erupted in Poland, targeting the Catholic Church, the newly Christianized authorities, and the feudal order. In the 1040s, with financial and military support from the German king Henry III, Polish Duke Casimir the Restorer managed to suppress the rebellion and gradually regain control over his fractured realm. The following decades brought little peace, as Poland faced ongoing conflicts with its neighbors and internal power struggles. In the first half of the 12th century, the kingdom entered a period of fragmentation that would last for about 200 years. Given these historical circumstances, it is very likely that the treasure was hidden in a time of distress, and since it was never recovered, its owner probably met a tragic fate. The total number of coins and artifacts in the pot is still unknown. The painstaking process of removing them continues. According to the metal detectorists, the work is about halfway through, and the treasure may ultimately amount to around 500 silver denarii. Like and subscribe. See you next time.